it in your town.
Oh!
Yours makes sound, mine doesn't.
I'm sure you've heard this before in your life, Sean, but you gotta really blow. All right? You gotta really blow and get it done. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. So, New Year's Eve. Well, pre-New Year's Eve.
Yep.
Ha-ha! I did it twice. Ooh, I almost lost it. This is 3. Ha-ha! See?
I tooted. There you go.
You tooted. 362. 362. And how are you?
Good.
That rhymed, and I love it. Garbage.
Nice.
Absolute garbage. My cough came back. I'm a little pissed.
I mean, came back and never left.
I know.
You've already been coughing for like 2 months.
I woke up and I was like, what the hell is this shit? I did test. Because that's how life is nowadays.
All tests?
You get a little something, and it's like, well, I guess I got to take a COVID test.
Tests suck.
Well, those are tests I'm happy to fail. I am happy to fail
Yes.
the COVID. No, wait. No, yes, fail. I need to. No, wait. I don't want to be positive.
A double negative.
I want to fail it.
Double
I think
negative,
that's
rather
right.
prove positive.
Excuse me. I think that's correct. I don't know. You know what? It doesn't matter. End of the year. We're missing a body. He's poor Joseph. He's at not poor Joseph. He's at a New
Poor
Year's.
Joe's not here.
No, yeah. He's at a New Year's Eve party. I think he said. So why am I half? I'm half cut out.
I don't know.
I should move over a little.
We got plenty of room.
I don't know. I'm used to just taking up this little occupied space. Ah, my ears. So, anyway, I had to work a full shift today,
Yeah, I felt bad for
and I
you.
need
Your job sucks.
people booing. Thank you. Joe will be so mad when he comes back. I changed these around. So we're not going to know anything anymore.
Can see.
It's my little hat. Yeah. We have the festive 23 hats.
I made these.
He did.
I thought to myself, instead of wearing those cardboard hats that you buy at Walmart or whatever, that are not comfortable.
Oh, yeah, like the top hats?
Yep.
Ow!
I'll
Excuse
go
me.
into the craft department of Walmart.
The crap department.
And I'll get these, some puffy paint. You can't really see mine because I use blue and green. So you can always see the blue. But I didn't think that through.
I didn't think it through. That's not bad, though. It looks translucent.
Yeah.
It's fine. You got a little firework on your hat. It's fine.
Yep.
This is Boston behind us, by the way, the
Yeah.
city.
We're representing.
I believe that's the
B-Town.
Prue right here. Which means the Hancock is that far building over there. Boom. You gonna go see any fireworks this NYE?
Nope.
No? Me neither.
These days, I'll be lucky if I'm awake.
Thank you. I was saying that to who the hell was I saying that to? I was saying that to somebody and they were like, "Wow, that's kind of sad." I went,
You don't feel like you're
Excuse me.
living life when you're falling asleep before 10.
listen. I had said to Jay, I said, "Listen, here's what we should do." Right? Because I can get live feeds of different networks, like all over the world. So I said, England is 5 hours ahead of us.
So it's
I said
7.
Yes. I said, so at 6:58, we'll start to count down. We'll ring in the New Year in the UK, right? At 7 o'clock, and then we can go to bed at 8.
Good
Perfect. Perfect. You can get your New Year's Eve, how do you do? And I can go to bed. That's what I want.
All right, let's go to bed.
Yeah.
Party's over.
Oh, yeah. Be ready to go. I don't want to stay up until midnight.
The older you get, the hotter it is.
I'm tired. I asked my mom and dad. I said, you guys gonna make it to midnight? My mom went, no. She's like, your father and I will be in bed by 9. So well, there you go.
My dad will be in bed before 9. My mom will be calling me about 9:30 saying, I'm going to be going to bed soon. Your father's already asleep.
Nah. Happy New Year.
Just want to say Happy New Year.
Good enough.
Hopefully I can enjoy this one. Last time I got COVID.
Uh,
New Year's Eve. This is when I got COVID.
yeah, and then I was sick like the next day. So much fun. I'm getting a lung test on Tuesday.
Want to say boo? Yay, boo?
Yay, boo?
Yay.
It,
Little bug in here.
no.
Get out of here.
Well, since I got COVID, I've not been able to breathe properly. And I've complained about this. So now I'm getting a lung test done. Which even if I wasn't, this was scheduled by my primary. Even if he hadn't scheduled it, I had to go see a pulmonologist. And he was like, oh, yeah, I was just going to send you for that. I'm like, well, you don't have to now because I'm already going. Now, my life. Seriously. My life now, because I'm this old, consists of, like, simply doctor's appointments. Like, that's the age I'm at now.
Don't you have 3 in a row coming up?
Oh, Jesus. I have,
Why do I sound so far away here?
I don't know, get a little closer to you.
Get a little closer.
I had 2 this week. I had to move one because it was too close to when I'm gonna have a procedure done, and I have to do prep for it. And I was like, no, we need to reschedule this. I'm not doing that at all. So that one got moved, but it's like the week before. So now I was going back and forth in my head about whether or not to talk about this week because it's not. It's one of those things where you go, maybe that's too much, and like maybe I should not share that. Huh?
For video, or is that something you want to wait for the audio?
I don't really think it matters, if I'm honest. Oh, by the way, Joe, this is Major Melon Mountain Dew. I knew he'd ask.
That's what I forgot to do today. Son of a bitch.
They're supposed to come out with Pitch Black. They pushed it back to almost the end of January because they hate Santa. I don't know why.
Yeah.
This one isn't my favorite, but I didn't want to use a green one, so.
I meant to go online this morning when I was at work.
Yeah.
Try to contact them. See if they want to sponsor us.
I should be like, psh. Oh, good God, here we go.
It's a Pepsi company, right?
Yes. Pepsi.
Well,
Now.
It works out. I love Pepsi. I love Pepsi.
He
love
does.
Mountain Dew.
You
Send us a nice case.
send us a case.
Send us a few cases of your new flavors, and we'll promote them. And Do that again.
Hawking for shit. So, but a few funny things happened.
Good.
So I am going to share the funny stuff.
Good. We're a funny show.
Well, we try to be. We try to be. So, here's the funny. Okay? Yes.
Hey.
So, I go to a doctor. Doesn't matter what kind. Doesn't matter where. Doesn't matter. I had to go. So, I went and I was talking to the nurse. And we just quick conversation. And she took my blood pressure. And she goes, And I said, that's an interesting reaction. I've never gotten a before. And she goes, no, it's not bad.
Does she ask if she can touch you?
No, but hang on. So I was wearing a hoodie because it was cold. And I said, do you want me to take the hoodie off? She said, no, I got you. I'm like, okay. So she said, And I said, okay, is that good or bad? And she goes, no, you're fine.
But
No, that was it. She was just like, you're fine. She's like, it wasn't even like, it was maybe like 1 or 2 numbers higher. And I said, well, I'm very stressed. And she goes, now? And I said, oh yeah, now. And she looks at me like all of a sudden she's my therapist. And she goes, how come you stressed, sweetie? And I was like, sweetie? Really? And I said, because I know what's going to happen. And she said, what do you think is going to happen? And I said, you're going to tell me to take off my pants. And she said, you're right. And I said, well, that's why my numbers are high. And she goes, oh, it's not that bad. And I said, it is. It really is.
I would have said, well, you take yours off first then.
So I made a joke, and I don't remember what the joke was because I was like, frustrated. And then she looks at me and she goes, well, the number's about to go higher because you got to take everything off. And I went, no! I said, really?
Everything or?
Yes! And she goes, and then she hands me the dreaded Johnny. And I was like, you have got to be kidding me. Tara, I'm not wearing your Johnny, Merkel. I was not happy. And I said, I don't really want to do that. And I didn't have a choice. So, moving on, she says that the doctor will be with me momentarily. And she scuttles away.
It usually means about 15, 20 minutes later.
You know what?
So you can sit there and be cold.
Yes, and stressed. So, I'm unhappy because I'm in the Johnny.
I'd be unhappy just being there.
Oh, yes. So, I hear this weird squeaking. Now, the next part of this story
It's a funny squeaky sound.
is gonna seem insulting, but it's not. I just want to make sure I'm not, because I feel like I'm gonna get an angry text. So let me cut that off right now and say that I am in no. I'm not.
Off or put a pin in it.
No pins. I'm not being malicious at all. Okay? There we go. So I'm hearing this squeak. I'm like, what is that? So I immediately think,
Mouse.
because I'm in a doctor's office, that somebody's like wheeling around medical equipment, like a heart monitor or something, like ee. So the door opens, and now they had moved the curtain so that, I could be private behind there. It's not private.
Private Merkel.
Oh, and by the way, let me just go backwards just 2 seconds and tell you that the table was higher than normal tables.
Wow.
Normally the doctor's like, hey, jump up on the table. You're like, boom, I got it. Here I am. Girl goes, jump up on the table. I went to jump up, and I was half on the table, and my legs were like I couldn't get on the table all the way. And she looks at me and goes, now I'm 5'7". And
Sweetie,
she goes,
what's the matter?
and she looks at me and goes, do you need a stool? And I went, no. You need to lower your damn table. My poor legs are like beep, 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 flailing. I was flailing. On the second or third try, I finally got my body all the way up there. I was like, I'm not moving. I'm up here now. Squeaky. Here comes the squeak. The door opens. The squeak is louder now. As this person emerges from behind the curtain, I realize that the doctor has a walker.
I've never seen that before.
Now,
is it for you or for the doctor?
well, the doctor was using the walker. Wheels it in. It's the kind with the little bench. So she spins it, sits, looks at me, and goes like, hey, good afternoon. And I'm like, the second she turned around, my jaw, and thank God I was wearing a mask, because my jaw dropped. Because between the walker, and I am not being malicious at all. Between the walker, her haircut, and just how she was presenting herself, she was just like my mom. And I was sitting there and I was like, I'm about to be examined by my mom. This is
Mom.
weird. Hey, Mom. So I was sitting there and I'm like, Jesus. I'm like, okay. Now, I had seen this person like 20 years ago, and I had an issue, and so I tracked her down. And so we were sitting there talking, and I said, this is actually the third time we've met. And she goes, really? And I said, yeah. I said, when I was like 28.
Back in the day.
And then she's like, and I said, you were with a different doctor. And she said, who's the doctor that you were, and I said the name of the doctor. And she goes, oh. And then she proceeds to tell me, she goes, I still hear from that doctor, and starts telling me all about the doctor. I'm like, don't care. But I appreciate the conversation. Now, I like this woman. But she's very blunt. Which I think, when I go to a doctor, I don't want to be diddled around. I need to know point blank what's happening, what's going on, and what you need from me, right? Just tell me what I'm to do. So she was very point blank, and I really shouldn't tell this part, but I laughed my ass off. So she had asked me if I had gotten a mammogram, and I said no. And she said, you should really be doing that. I have a history of breast cancer in my family. And I said, I know it's on my to-do list. And she said, well, she takes my shoulder, right? One hand on my shoulder, pushes me down, and then says, if you're not going to do it, I'll do it. And checks me. And I was like, you need to tell me if you're going to touch me. I was
Dinner first.
I was really thrown off by that. I didn't expect it. I didn't really want it. And I was like, are you kidding me? But she was like, yeah, you're fine. And I was like, yeah, I probably could have told you that. Anyway. And then she proceeds to tell me I have to have a proper one done, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, yeah, I'll talk to my doctor about it. Now, we're going to skip ahead a little bit. For the sake, right? So this visit ended with me in her office. And we were having a conversation. And what needs to happen, because she found something that she should not have found, and it needs to be checked out. So I had to go for a ultrasound. She was sending me immediately. I had to go the next day to the hospital for this ultrasound. I said, okay. And then she kind of pauses, and she looks at me and she goes, make sure you don't go to the bathroom. I went, because the ultrasound is at like almost 12:30. And I went, all day? And she goes, you can go when you first get up, but don't go again. And I went, that's a long time, right?
I would hope the first one you can.
So
That would suck to hold that one in.
this, you have no idea. So I called a friend of mine because, hi Tina, because I didn't know what was going to happen. So I called my friend, and actually, before I had left the doctor, she said I was going to have 2 ultrasounds done, and she looks at me and she goes, you're not going to like one of them. And I said, then let's not do that one. And she said, I really need to see what's happening with you. And I was like, okay, well, that's great. So I get up the next day. Of course, I go to the bathroom. You have to. And I tried, to make sure that I had a full enough bladder. So I didn't go to the bathroom again after a certain time. Now, I get to the hospital. I'm about 20 minutes early because I didn't know where I was supposed to go. So I finally get to where I'm going. I got 10 minutes to kill now. And I'm sitting in the waiting room. And I have never had to pee so badly in my life. And I was sitting there thinking, if she doesn't come out here in 5 minutes, I'm just going to go to the bathroom. Because I have to go.
Mm-hmm.
She finally shows up. And she's like, come on in.
4.5 minutes later.
So she takes me back. And I was like, can I keep my clothes on? And she goes, for now. These people, I swear to you. So she was doing a pelvic ultrasound, right? So what happened was they take this goo, they take this wand, they wave it over your abdomen.
Abracadabra.
Yeah. So she takes the goo, she puts it on my tummy, and it's warm. Now I have to
I'd rather
pee.
warm than cold.
I have to pee really, really badly. And now she put warm goo on me. And now she takes that little wand and she's slamming me in the stomach. And like, And I just looked at her and I was like, this needs to move faster. I said, because I have to go. And she's pushing really hard on my stomach. And I'm like, and it's not painful. It's only painful because I have to pee. So finally she wraps up. And she hands me a towel. She's like, you can wipe yourself. I'm like, yes, I can. So I wipe myself.
I might have to ask to touch you, so you do it.
I know. So I get the goo off. And then there's something else that needs to happen. We're going to skip that part. But then she goes, she's asking me questions. And I look at her and I said, I'm really, really sorry. I'm aware that you're speaking. But I have to go to the bathroom so bad, I can't hear you. I can't concentrate on what you're saying. And I can't make an informed decision. Because my bladder is controlling everything right now. And she goes, okay, go to the bathroom and then we'll talk. So I was like, great. So I run in the bathroom. Now, considering how badly I had to go, I thought it'd be like a 20-minute, like that like your morning pee would be like, whoa. No, it was just there you go. I was like, damn it. So I do that, and then I go back, and the rest of the day didn't go well. And she goes, and I had to end my day going back to the doctor because I had to go back to the doctor to talk about the scans they did. So I go back to the doctor, and I have to go in her office. And I say, okay, so what happened? And she's like, well, I can't see what I needed to see. And I went, why are we doing anything?
Shit.
So then she goes, well, I need to send you for an MRI. And I went, you know what? I probably could have told you that you weren't going to be able to see what you needed to see. And we were going to end up in an MRI. And then she looks at me and she goes, is that a problem? And I said, no. Have you ever had an MRI?
Yeah.
Excuse me. They're a piece of cake. I looked at her, I was like, I can do an MRI standing on my head. I used to, because of my sarcoidosis, I used to have to get them like 3 times a year. I was like, I should glow in the dark. I said, MRI's not a problem. Let's do it. So I'm still waiting for her to let me know when our fun little MRI is going to happen. But, so that was, again. Oh, and I should tell you. Well, I shouldn't tell you.
I should, but I'm going to tell you.
And the piece of that story that I skipped did involve me having to put a Johnny on. And I went, God damn it.
Damn, Johnny.
I hate them so much. So,
It's about to be 2023. You
Yeah.
think by now they would remake the Johnnies so they're more easier to wear, comfortable to wear? Well,
I don't think they want you comfy. I don't think they want you comfy at all.
oh, they want that big opening so that, you get embarrassed at some point.
But you know what, dude? I got to a point this week where I was just like, well, who cares? I was still pissed I had to put the Johnny on. But I was like, you know what? I don't care.
At this point, you should go buy your own.
Excuse me, I should.
Wear it to the appointment.
Ugh.
Put this Johnny on. Nope. Already got one on.
I am already wearing one. I got you. Anyway, so my fun New Year's treat will be getting the lung test, which is all I have to do is breathe, which I think I can do. So I'm looking forward to that.
I think I can breathe.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Sounds like something I can do.
The only doctor appointment I've been looking forward to since it's been made is the back doctor. Because I really want to get my back fixed. And every single thing, every doctor that I've seen, I keep asking. So, for example, I was at the pulmonologist and I said, any chance this has, is related, the back problem's related to what's going on? And he's like, doubt it. I'm like, fuck. I was at this doctor this week. Any chance that the back is related? If we fix this, my back would be fixed? I don't think so. Fuck. Yeah. I keep looking. I keep open.
At the end of each one, you should hit dope.
Yeah. I know, really. It just sucks.
I would have done
Sucks.
it, but I can't reach, and I don't know which one's which.
Oh, good God. I don't even know what page it is.
Joe might know, but he's not here.
It's the 3rd page? Yeah.
Page 3 of 9.
6, I think.
Oh, close.
So, how was your holiday?
It was good.
Fantastic.
We were at my parents on Christmas Eve.
Yep.
Then I stayed over at their house, and not my parents' house, Christine's house.
No, I stayed over at my parents' house.
I stayed over at her house, and I was expecting her daughter to be the one up at 6 a.m. ready to go.
Yeah.
Her 16-year-old son was the one that was up at 10 minutes of 6.
Ooh.
And he wouldn't leave us alone for an hour
Hmm.
because Catherine actually slept in.
Wow.
I'm thinking, yeah, you do that here, but you don't do it when you stay over my place, huh? Because she likes to have fun with me and like, wake up, wake up, wake up, and start jumping up and down on the bed.
No.
But, yeah.
I take my sleep very seriously.
But yeah, her son just kept it. Can I go wake up Catherine now? And can I go wake her up? Can we go? Can we go? Like for an hour.
Was he expecting Santa to be good to him or something?
Yeah.
Ah, I see. Excuse me. Jesus. Well, I saw my my parents' Christmas Day, and then Boxing Day. I was at my nephew's.
Yeah, I forgot you were there.
Ah, I know. Sean texted me. We hanging out?
I'm watching the clock, and it's like about 7:30. I'm thinking she's usually here by now.
I am.
So I sent her a text, ETA, question mark. She's like, dude, I'm at my nephew's for Christmas. Fuck, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I totally forgot.
Yeah. So, for Christmas, this is kind of odd. Not odd.
Different?
Eh.
Very cute.
For Christmas, my mom had made some cinnamon rolls. She made a couple pans of them. So I took a pan home. Right? Now, I do not like... I don't mind one edge. But I don't like an L edge.
Corner piece?
Yeah.
I'm like that with brownies.
Yes!
I love the center.
Yes.
Those are my favorite part.
So I have been eating cinnamon rolls all week. But I've been selecting various ones from throughout the pan. So I don't get the L. And Jay, the other day,
That round?
I think it was yesterday,
That's
he
still
went
round.
into the kitchen and he lifted up the tinfoil and he goes, "Oh, you're not eating the cinnamon rolls. How come?" I went, "Ho, ho, ho, ho." I said, "You're not looking." He said, "What do you mean?" I said, "I'm eating them in a various route." So he peeled it back more and he goes, oh, okay. Well, there you go.
That sounds yummy.
They were good, yeah. I got some left. So,
I'm going to have to pick some up later on the way home.
ah. So this week, oh, my package was delivered. That's fantastic. So this week, I decided, I got myself a new, what do you call that?
Merry Christmas to me.
Yeah.
I love that.
I got myself like a new nightstand, like a bedside table. Mm-hmm. I got one with that I hoped would have more storage for books because I had too many books for the nightstand I had.
Well, good for you that you read books.
Oh.
Yeah, because everybody else, books online.
I don't mind an audiobook if if like the author, like some audiobooks are. I have Mel Brooks's audio book and he reads it, so that's kind of fun.
Well, my coworker, she likes to listen to books on audiobooks like during work. She sometimes listens to ones read by Tom Hanks. It's cool.
Thank God it's Friday.
Yes. Even though it's a short week for me.
I wish.
I had Monday off. I took Tuesday off. And I ended up taking Wednesday off.
Really?
Yep.
Oh.
I went in yesterday, went in today. They let us out at 10:40.
What a day. So I got a new nightstand.
Mm-hmm.
It has underglow lighting underneath. Oh yeah, I am so extra. And so there's that. And I said, now I also ordered some new sheets and new bedding. So all that stuff came.
I was gonna say, is that what just showed up on your phone?
No. Now I got all that stuff. It arrived right before I was headed out the door to go see the doctor on Wednesday. Now, because I was taking most of the afternoon off the day of the MRI, I said, there's no way I'm going to be able to make up all this time. Because as it was, I had to make up the time that I went to see the doctor. So, I ended up using, because as a Christmas bonus, we got 4 hours that we could use. Paid.
Clark, that's the gift that keeps on giving all year.
Yeah, well.
It is, Edward.
You serious, Clark?
I still had to work the whole day.
Boo!
So, anywho's, I ordered new bedding, all that stuff came. And I was happy. I was like, I'm gonna put together the nightstand, blah, blah, blah. So Jay came home, and I had the afternoon off, so I spent the afternoon. No, you know what? I shouldn't skip over this because it was the sweetest thing.
Oh.
I was leaving after I got the scan, the ultrasound, and I had to go to the doctor. And then I was on my way home. Excuse me, and I was feeling kind of about everything happening. And Jay's like, you should treat yourself to something. And I said, yeah? And he goes, yeah. Now, I like, you know Marcello's in Whitman, yes?
Yes.
I like their pizza. They have pretty good pizza. And I don't get them very often because it's like a 25-minute ride from me. Excuse me. So,
Don't you hate that?
yes.
Something you really want, you're like, oh, I gotta go get it.
Yeah. So I said, you know what? I have to drive kind of through Whitman on my way home. And he goes, there you go. You should get Marcello's. Bring it home. I said, you know what? I think
Because
I
you
will.
wanted it, or did he want something?
No, I was getting it.
All right, good.
And he goes, and he knows I hate talking on the phone.
I hate being on my phone anyway.
Yeah, me too. So he goes, I'll call it in for you. Let me call it in. Tell me what you want. I was just getting cheese. So I get to Marcello's, and then I go in to get it. And the guy, and I don't normally, like, go in. Usually if Jay and I are getting from there, like, he goes in and takes care of it. The guy looks at me, and he goes, you're Tara? And I'm like, yeah? Yeah, I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit at all.
How did he know that?
Well, I'll tell you. He goes, and he spins around. The pizza's like sitting on the shelf. He grabs the pizza and he slides it across the counter at me and he goes, that's all set. I said, what do you mean it's all set? He goes, Jay already paid for it.
Was he a friend of Jay's?
Nope.
Sounds like it.
I was like, well, that was sweet of him. And he goes, yeah. And I'm like, I don't need you to, verify. He's like, thanks, bro. And I left. And I got home and I ate my pizza. And I watched a show I like. Poirot. So I relaxed.
Yay.
And then he came home and I said, I'm going to put together the nightstand. And that was a trip. I hate putting together shit.
One
So
thing,
then-
one thing I found over the years,
Yeah.
never put something together. Like, put something together as a couple.
Yeah.
Together.
That's how you know you can survive. Episode 362, by the way. I know. So, we got it together, I think it took maybe 2 hours or something. And then I dropped the bombshell. I said, listen, we're going to do some bedroom work here. And he's like, what? And I said, yeah. I said, we're throwing that, because I had like an IKEA comforter. I was like, we're throwing the IKEA comforter away. I'm going to clean up underneath the bed, because Jay just likes to shove things underneath the bed, like he's 6. And we're going to, and I had Wi-Fi light bulbs. I said, we're going to put in the light bulbs and all that shit. So he goes, wow, okay. So I had gotten new bedding, so we changed the bedding. I bought a bed skirt. What? Yes, I did. And
That's
he's
all
like,
that gets.
oh yeah, because it's not a big deal.
To you, it is.
So I said, we finished, right? And it took a while. And then I put in the Wi-Fi light bulbs, which I could totally work from down here, and I think it would be hilarious, but I won't do it.
That'd be funny to hear through the.
You turning the lights on? Nope.
I didn't do it.
And so I finished, and the bedroom looks nice. And I looked at him, and I said, look at that. And he goes, yeah? I said, you like it? And he goes, yeah, it looks really good. And I said, yeah. I said, it looks better than, because I was like, I kind of felt like we were in a frat house or something. I was like, it's time to, have an adult bedroom. Jesus.
That's what I'm trying to kind of do. Trying
Trying to kind of do?
That's what I'm trying to do with my place.
Yeah.
I got stuff all over the place. I feel like I'm in my teenage version of my bedroom.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make it a little more adultish.
Mm-hmm.
Still looking like I'm a collector of stuff, but I'm not like,
Mm-hmm.
I sit there and play with these things or whatever. Like I got this little shelf that goes around the whole bedroom
Yeah.
on the wall, and then one part as soon as you walk in, right above where the bed is right now, I have half of my Funko Pops, that my favorite ones,
Mm-hmm.
stacked up about 4 or 5 high, and that's half.
Mm-hmm.
So I recently started to try to narrow it down, and I'm trying to slowly pick up more stuff that are all along the shelf and all sitting around the rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Getting a cramp in my thigh.
Nah! Charlie horse!
Yeah, that sucks. Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, myself, want my place to look a little adultish.
Yeah. I got to replace the shitty IKEA comforter. I got a weighted blanket. This thing is fucking awesome. Fucking awesome. And I like the weight of blankets. And I looked at Jay and I'm like, I don't think we're gonna need any other blankets aside from this blanket. It's about 60 pounds.
Wow.
It's heavy as fuck.
Like a person.
Yeah. I mean, when it's there, it's like you don't not know it's there. Like, oh my goodness. Jesus.
A small person.
Huh. Excuse me. So, hang on one second. Moment of silence for the frat house bedroom. Okay. So, we had a winner last week.
Yay!
I know that it did get sent out to the winner. I had a lot of medical things happening this week. And
You're doing your best.
Excuse me, and with the holiday. So if you haven't gotten it, it should be there any day, any minute. Go check. I don't have a movie quote because he's not here. So
I'm gonna do one.
you gonna do one? Is it for anything? Or just for fun?
I'm looking at this as a fun thing.
Okay.
The cards of Joe's thing.
Yes.
I did this. I went to the store and got these 2 hats and puffy paint.
Puffy paint.
And I made these.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to win this, well, let us know if you want the hat.
Okay.
Right now, I'm just going to do the quote for fun this week.
Okay. Quote for fun. If you want the hat, you can have it.
If you want the hat as a prize, let us know which one you want.
Not my hat.
Black one, that's green that's on there. It looks pink on the video,
Mm-hmm.
but that's green.
Okay. Well,
And it got I put a little smiley in the middle there.
green screen.
So you got a pink one with red, blue, and a green smiley.
Mm.
And this one with just a red smiley, and it's all green. Hashtag just saying. Quote is, I got a bad feeling about this. That's it.
All right.
You know where to go.
You know what to do. So,
If you want the hat as a prize, let us know which one.
I feel like even my mom would know that one. I feel like she would.
You picture one of these on your mom?
She knew.
Mom?
She knew the one that Joe did. I think it was last week or the week prior.
Cool.
I was like, "Oh, you should have wrote down." Anyway, thank you so much for joining us. We don't see you through the week. We'll see you through the window.
Peekaboo.
Have a safe and happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Ah.
Blow.
I did.